I tried fasting while running and I thought this was going to make me stronger, but instead this is what happened. So normally, before I would go running, I would have a really light breakfast, like maybe just a banana or like a smoothie. But you know, it was crazy. I actually found this book and it was talking about this thing called intermittent fasting. And it was saying how basically there's these really good health benefits and you basically don't eat for like 16 hours of the day and you have an 8-hour window in which you eat. So normally what I used to do before, I would get up, have a small breakfast, eat during the day, and then sort of not really eat anything at night. But this time I thought I would do it the other way around. And so basically I started, I woke up, I would not have breakfast, I would keep fasting, and then at about 12 or even 1 o'clock or even 2 o'clock, I would finally go for my run on a completely empty stomach, maybe doing like 7, 8Ks, and then I would come back and fuel up, aka have some food. Let me tell you, wow, it completely backfired because do you know what happened? Came about like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I was so hungry that I started craving like hot chips, like normal chips, well I guess they call them crisps in other countries, cake, bread, and I was like, I didn't know what was going on. I thought my whole like lifestyle had just gone off the rails. I was like thinking, am I like, because I go to church and I was thinking, oh my gosh, is this some kind of spiritual attack? Like why am I suddenly craving these foods? Normally I would be craving spinach and like protein and like green things, but all of a sudden I started craving like salt and things like that, and it was just like, wow, this is actually so different. It made me go completely off the rails. So for like the whole week I was eating like bread, I was eating cake, you know, even 2-3 slices of cake, hot chips in the afternoon, crisps, or also like packet chips. So basically what was going on, okay, the whole thing that was going on was that basically my body just couldn't keep up. Oh, and on top of that, I started getting this like crazy pain down the side of my leg, and I was like, this is weird. And basically what I realized is that I was underfueling myself. Like my body actually just could not keep up with the demands. Like mentally I was fine, but I was like, my body was just like, what happens is, you know, the glycogen levels, what they call it, basically your fat stores, get completely drained, and then you're like still pushing yourself and your body is just like, what is going on? I cannot keep up. And so yeah, it was just crazy. Like basically what I needed to do was be going back to what I, you know, used to do the healthy way, which is, you know, have a small breakfast, run fueled on a small breakfast, and then you come back and within 30 to 60 minutes, you want to be having complex carbs, which is like carbs, but like healthy carbs. So like pumpkin, kumara, things like that, rather than just regular carbs, which is like potatoes and white rice and bread. So I actually, and you know what's crazy, I actually already was kind of fasting before I did that. Like I would basically like not eat at night. That was like my big thing. I would kind of have a big dinner at like 5:30, have a big dinner, and then from there I would like go to sleep early, wake up, have my sleep, wake up the next morning, and from there have breakfast at like 9:30 normally. So I actually, you know, in hindsight, I was actually kind of fasting anyway, but I was doing it the other way around. So I was fasting like basically in the evening and the nighttime and then early the next morning. So long story short, breakfast is so important. Running, having a small breakfast before you go running is also really important, but make sure you wait for 30 minutes before you go out for your run. Make sure you have your small breakfast, wait for 30 minutes, and then go out for your run, because you obviously don't want to get stitched. But make sure you have a little bit of fuel before you go for your run. And whatever you do, don't fast in the morning and then go running on an empty stomach around lunchtime, because that is going to backfire. So make sure you have a small breakfast. If you are going to fast, my advice to you is to make sure you do it at night. It is so much easier to fast at night than it is to do it in the morning. So even if you have breakfast, lunch, snacks, and then dinner, and then you start your fast in the evening, then you're still going to be fasting anyway. I hope this has been helpful to somebody. Do not let intermittent fasting derail your progress, okay? Because, oh my goodness, it took me like, you know, even now I was actually so bloated, so inflamed. I looked like I was pregnant after I'd finished the week. I was like, wow, this is actually, and then my energy changed, like my energy levels changed. It was a bad idea. So learn from my mistakes. Learn from my mistakes and do not derail your running.